Line is up, man.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. He's at the 50, 30. A big play there on the first play of the game. 54 yards on the ground. They had trouble stopping the run last week in a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. A very quick pass to Ridley. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. From the shotgun, Ryan. To the end zone.
This nigga ran all the way up.
The intended
He's a
target was
fucking
Calvin
dummy.
Ridley, but it'll be second and goal.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Fucking dummy, yo.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. From the gun, it's Ryan. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on second down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
On third and goal, Ryan. This Minnesota D up to the task on the third down pass play. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
That was supposed to be a touchdown. I threw it. I threw that shit right to you.
First drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And that is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive.
Yeah, that's fine. That shit lagging. What the fuck, man?
Down. It's Gibson. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4. To throw is Cousins. He'll buy some time right. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. At the 19-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3.
Brings up second and 3.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. They're going for Jefferson downfield. He fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now it's set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
They go play action now. Ryan airing it out, looking for Ridley. The catch is made. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Now for the point after. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Falcons 7, Vikings nothing. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Complete. Jefferson the target. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. Well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for 28 yards.
That's another Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll throw again. Cousins. His throw incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. On 2nd down, Cousins again. Intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The play fake. Cousins. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort.
but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Montez Sweat. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Ryan into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The rookie Cameron Dantzler puts it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Travis, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a give right side. Gibson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Antonio Gibson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And his kick is good.
Ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they be into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Pro-Bowler, Anthony Barr, and he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up up here. Oski, everyone turn to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Antonio Gibson with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Vikings have taken the lead. A pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think...
And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. The rookie Jeff Gladney picks it. Interception on the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Vikings 14, Falcons 7.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Falcons' 46-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Cousins. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 16 yards, a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. 3rd down here. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Cousins again. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had 2.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing his Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Herb Smith Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
So a jump there defensively.
That's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
It's good, and it is now 21-7.
The score, Vikings 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly,
and that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some.
Run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
18-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. This will be caught just inside the 10. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They run the counter. Gibson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Antonio Gibson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
It's the score. Vikings 28. Falcons 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Anthony Harris. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson. That's caught inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown for the Kings. Justin Jefferson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
Fucking play that, man. Shut up.
Set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Looking for the shit.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan airing it out, looking for Ridley.
He dropped it!
And incomplete.
Shut the fuck up.
The offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there.
Shut the fuck up.
Safety's creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
Oh my God. Wrigley.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Ryan. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty frank. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez
can get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the entire
pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. This looks like a free play for Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is knocked away and incomplete. But I think it was a free play. Let's check the call. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Flush to his right. Lets it fly for Treadwell. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
As the tight end position continues to grow in importance and gain respect, you understand even more why the Vikings selected Irv Smith out of Alabama in 2019 in the second round. They already have a big-time tight end in Kyle Rudolph. But now with Smith, you diversify the offense. You got two big targets who can go down the middle of the field and make big catches. Expect that trend to continue in 2020.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Play fake, Cousins.
How the fuck do you on this second?
As he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Gibson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson, and a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down forthcoming. Lets it fly for Thielen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
All right,
the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Vikings 42. Falcons.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play.
Right now, they
he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. On play action, Cousins to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what again, symptomatic?
Yeah,
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Antonio Gibson, 45 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in the single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. A very quick pass to Ridley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Complete. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down, Atlanta.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Again, Ryan. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
They go play action with Ryan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
He's fucking me. Yo, that's a fucking touchdown.
That will force a turnover on downs.
Oh, my God.
On 1st down, it's Gibson. On the play. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 40-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
That catch good for only a couple.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Cousins able to find Jefferson here complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 27-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Cousins. Interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off at the 24. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And the Falcon first down.
On first down, Ryan. And my goodness, another interception. The rookie Cameron Dantzler picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
On second down, it's Gibson. Room past the 20. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack.
Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win.